Map number 3. Starting off now. Get your channel points in if you wish to join in the prediction. As we dive in for the decider. Oh boy, we're starting things off fast. FlyQuest Red go with the B spawns right on in. They've got 2 players here to meet. Raven as well as STX, the first kill. Oh, they've both been capped already. Oh, it's looking bad for FlyQuest Red, but they're fast on the rotation. Fox's Doolies, we saw them earlier today doing some good work, and they're trying to make it a two-peat here. She's got players behind her and in front of her. She's going to have to be the only one left. 1 versus 2. Locked in for the ace here, but Vanessa will deny it. The pistol round goes the way of FlyQuest Red on the T side.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great cutoff coming in from Fox to pick up the triple there and hold everything together and kind of stop them from fully getting into the site. However, the problem is the rest of her teammates go down before the retake can be fully on, and that means it's an ace or bust. Unfortunate, but enough kills come in early enough that comfortably pick up a scout. And in fact, Raven has picked up one as well, and there's upgraded pistols across the board here. So, FlyQuest Red, again, looking to go in towards that B site early. They're going to find a bit of a surprise here. Maybe not with sticks now being shown. Although Empathy, big push in towards it.
Yeah, the Molotov doing a good job to keep FlyQuest Red kind of bottled into that tons position. Goosebreeder just playing scout, kind of overwatching as much of the map as she possibly can without losing her own life as a result. Meanwhile, Sticks repositioning into the door spot. This Molotov just barely reaching her, pushing her out into the open for BB Beyond to finish the job. And that is going to be the B site unlocked here for FlyQuest Red. There's not much time for the rotation to come in, and Shimmer with 4 players forced to just back it on away. This is actually the most scouts I've seen in a long time. I just noticed there's 2 on the side of Shimmer, and FlyQuest Red have 1 as well.
Yeah, I mean, the good news is that Dust2 really does lend itself to the long guns, especially the scouts, because of the range, because of how long the sight lines are. However, this round is just not going to work out for them, right? It is what it is. So, keeping 4 alive is interesting on the save. Just kind of one of those things of the B site on Dust2, you know, notorious for being the hardest site to retake. Well, they lost the site early, so no need to go for it. They'll save their guns, they'll save the pistols for another round here because it was going to be a double save anyways. And now they can come into this one fresh and ready to go, knowing that they'll buy next round no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel a little bit bad to be like, all right, we're probably going to be 0-3 down, but I mean, it is the CCTT side of Dust2, and if these scouts are able to just convert on a couple of these kills, then it really sets the money up nicely for that 4th round, even if you don't win. Obviously, you're looking for the win. Oh, man, that is a dangerous game. You're playing with a Raven, and Emmy going to get punished as a result. Well, so there you go. That's, again, even if you don't get to win the round off of that, it's going to feel fairly good.
Okay, so getting a kill back onto Empathy does open the possibility of more play in towards mid because, you know, FlyQuest, they've again pigeonholed themselves again over and towards B tons, which could be a big issue yet again here as Raven has the sight line all the way through tunnel. We'll have to wait and see kind of how that plays out here in the final. Well, I'm not going to say the final few seconds. There's still a minute on the clock, but they're really lining this up for utility to be a B hit, especially with that Molotov coming in, and Raven's found another kill. Although there's still more.
Oh, it's starting to get dangerous.
Oh, so much damage.
Molotov finally stopping the bleeding there for FlyQuest Red, but Fox looking for some more here. Look at the damage. Serendipity can do this. She's got the Deeg, 30 HP and 3. That's BB on down. Looking for the second, but the auto weapons coming in might just be her downfall.
Oh, no.
And she runs out of ammo on the Deeg. So FlyQuest Red do lock in their 3rd on a 3K from Goosebreeder. Yeah, let's get another look at these scout shots. This was just so spicy. Something you always have to watch out for in long, whether it be B long or A long, because they're both kind of long. And there's not a lot of cover. And sometimes it's just gonna come back to haunt you.
Yeah, and I mean, credit to Raven there for the amount of damage she was putting through. Unfortunately, there wasn't really much of an ability for the rest of the team to come and bail her out, help her out in those scenarios. So the round still goes to FlyQuest Red, but it's expensive. And now, again, like I said, you'll be on the buy no matter what. This just solidifies that with the M4s and the op in hand. See how this goes. Nade goes through, but Empathy is aware that there's a player close up on the cat. Interesting to see the spread, though. 2 players in towards B with another one in mid. Ooh, Empathy up close into the cat. And
catches
kill. Gooseberry not aware of that. Huge.
It's interesting she wasn't aware of that. She must have heard the molly tick, but, you know, in the fog of war, there's too many things going on. Ooh, AWP sticking out, leads to Emmy getting tagged. Good kills coming back in from FlyQuest Red, but they're proving to be just not enough, as Shimmer do finally lock in their first round with 3 players on the board.
Yeah, great plays coming through, and FlyQuest, and they're not able to find their footing at all, which means Shimmer again on the board. And this is, I mean, this feels kind of consistent. FlyQuest early in the game, they take the lead, they win the pistol, they take the lead, and then Shimmer, they get to that first, they get to that first gun round, and they take it, tie up the game, and then the real dance really begins. See how this one goes, but heavy nade damage early on. I think Shimmer already finished.
Ooh. No, they are not. Oh, they just get overwhelmed by the Tech-9s. It's everywhere. They're expecting a slower pace to the round, and FlyQuest Red just shove it back into them.
Maybe I spoke too soon.
I don't know about that. Look, this round didn't start off too well. But we're not that far into the half just yet. With the AWP and the M4 saved, there might still be a sparkle of hope for Shimmer. You could also make the case that Dust2 is a pretty T-sided map, all things considered. So, I want to speak too soon.
For sure. I'm just thinking about it now. Has FlyQuest gone towards A at all yet? It feels like every round has ended B so far.
No, they haven't. It has been a whole lot of B. Or if they have gone towards A, it didn't result in a plant.
Yeah, they got the the gun kills before it happened.
A whole side of the map. A whole side of possibilities for FlyQuest Red still. This is dangerous, though. Fox, she's not opping down mid, and BBon not expecting the cat peek. That might be the go button for Shimmer to go for a win here. FlyQuest Red trying to sneak their way up long as well.
They're not giving anything. Both sides have put down a smoke in towards long to clog up the lane.
Boost up
one
again.
for one.
FlyQuest Red definitely in the back seat here. 3 versus 4. Forced to back away from long. It's like, all right, we tried A, guys. Let's not do that again. 3 players for Shimmer now holding on that site with Empathy playing lower tons. This could get dangerous. FlyQuest Red, they only have enough time to pick a site and be done with it. Oh, if Empathy had held on to that fire, I feel like there was more of a chance that FlyQuest Red actually push into her. She's actually relying on it. The smoke doesn't matter. They still go for this. AWP picked up, goes for the no-scope. That is what finally stops her. But Goosebreeder down to 3 HP. Now forced to save. 20 seconds remaining. That is a stonewalling.
Yeah, I think it was actually a quick play by Empathy to get the Molotov down, so it was an instant smoke, and the push was stopped immediately. And there's not enough time for Gooseberry to get a bomb down here, so she's just trying to live out the rest of this round. And Styx is close enough to hear the smoke go down and see it, but no further investigation is going to happen in on that one. Yeah, you can see the smoke goes down instantly. Waiting for that, starts to expand, turns, and then it's just the op bullet going the wrong way, kind of simple-esque from the major. It goes down into the left, and means the Goosebeard survives for another round with an AK in her hand, but no money from that round at all.
Well, I mean, it's a no-scope op. It's one of the most luck-based things in the game. I mean, there's definitely that little bit that you can do to make it maybe not luck, but it's still going to be one of those things where it's just like, what even happened? The shot just went to Netherland. Nether Realm? I don't know. The weakest buy we've seen outside of the pistol for FlyQuest Red, that you had the MAC-10 on Marie as Shimmer now fully armed up. So, and this is a map that I feel like we would see from Shimmer a fair amount, and I feel like we saw a lot of wins out of them on Dust2. I do still find it interesting that they haven't been picking it, but they're floating it and going for other things. We did see Nuke go fairly well.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things of how many teams play a really good Nuke versus how many teams play a really good Dust2 in this kind of case. I do agree. I would love to see more Dust2 come from, I believe it's one of their more played maps, but I'm not sure it's number one. Good kill from Fox. Now finds a second as well with Vanessa being blind. Dion does get the trade back finally. The rotations have to be in on their way, and Styx with a big kill through the smoke. Empathy 1 for 1. It gets finished off by Styx. No issue at all. Op picked up for her teammate. And a third on the board for Shimmer.
All right, so we're seeing they don't always arrive first, but Shimmer definitely will get on the server late rather than never. And they are going to send FlyQuest Red down to pistols. This should be their best opportunity to rack up another round on their CT side. Even make the money into a salvageable spot where you can ride out the rest of the half.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, it
play
does
coming
look
in.
like FlyQuest. You know the A site exists.
Yeah. But
Unfortunately, it exists, but you can't actually get there.
Yeah. All the riches will be yours if you make it. However, you're not gonna make it. Fortune does not favor you. Find my gold. Anyways.
Ooh, popping up and down. Emmy already taking the chunk off. It's not where you want to start. Who knows? Maybe we're seeing the CT side be super strong for both these teams again.
Maybe. It's definitely a possibility, especially on a map like Dust2.
Well, good amount of mid control won here by FlyQuest Red, but the question is, what are you going to do with it? Shimmer getting set up over toward the extremities, just leaving Fox to try and plink away with that op. Try to search and hunt and peck. It's a risky proposition to try to go from mid to B. Marie just gets caught out just a fraction of a second too long. That does give the dinner belt to the rest of the FlyQuest Red squad to try and head on over to A, but Empathy is here, and Empathy is quite a good shooter. The spray down goes well, reels it back in for the third, and it's just Vanessa left standing, who's just going to save this one up, but she's got sticks on the other side of things, and it's not locked in just yet. Let's get the kill. Forced to fall back. 13 seconds of saving.
Yeah, a long time to go here for Vanessa, trying to stay alive, and you can see Empathy is on the hunt. She wants Vanessa dead this round.
Well, I will say that Shimmer definitely took a beating in the first map and then the first half of the second map. So I can understand that they probably want some level of vengeance going into this final map here. Not only do they want to win, they want to make a statement that, you know, hey, maybe they heard us in the pre-show of, you know, maybe there's some doubts going in for whether they can still be top dogs of impact. They want to show that they definitely still can. Serendipity racks up too, looking for some more. This long hit completely negated by Shimmer.
Huge. I mean, you say completely shut down by Shimmer. A lot of that looks like it was shut down by Empathy. Just the positioning working so well for her and Serendipity in that round. They all through and then Serendipity for 2 and then off. It's just, I mean, I'm not going to call it characteristic, but, you know, common theme of Shimmer being aggressive and looking for kills and looking to try and make some damage happen on their own, not waiting for FlyQuest to come to them.
Shimmer now setting themselves up to a nice score as we head to the second half. 2 rounds left. And the been a bit since we've seen FlyQuest Red make it onto a site. Oh, the boost up just... Oh, where did that shot go? Emmy just barely clipping Fox. Not quite happening. And it is going to lead to a double on the side of Shimmer, repelling FlyQuest Red. Serendipity just holding in pit, and Marie coming in to meet her. 5 versus 2. Looking like this round belongs to Shimmer.
Big kill coming in from Vanessa, though, onto Raven. Not necessarily giving hope, but more so just trying to cause a window here for Gooseberry to help her teammate out. To be the case, though, Serendipity is pulled away from long doors.
Oh, Gooseberry just walking out. Serendipity has not actually left long yet. So, once again, now Vanessa left with 15 seconds. I think at this point, your only option left is to save, and this half very much going in favor of Shimmer, 7-4. I'm going to say this one looks a little... Oh, hold on. That's a little early for Serendipity. Goes down as a result. I was going to say that this one's looking a little bit similar to Nuke, where we had an 8-4 scoreline.
Yeah, I think the biggest difference, though, is it's not a difference necessarily, but this time it's Shimmer in the lead coming out of the half instead of it being FlyQuest Red, so I might change up things a little bit.
True. And I mean, again, aside from do you need any more rotate weapons? There's a negative.
Oh, there is?
I think we need a few more guns on the floor.
That's another gun.
Got a pistol.
You know, there's utility on the
gun.
floor. That's even big. That's an even bigger thing.
I mean, this is something I like to do sometimes just because it's just like, look at all this extra money I have. And then you throw an HE into the pit and watch it all go flying away. I hope they don't do that because it would destroy the bit rate of the match we're trying to watch.
A little bit of match pause, a little bit of a technical situation.
I hear the messages. I hear the ticks. Somebody's saying something.
Something.
Hey, all right.
All right, final round of the first half. Big buy coming in. FlyQuest red, of course. All the money in the jar coming out. Not enough for an
They
off.
could have spent more.
Yeah. It's like they could have sprung for the 8K. This probably would help them out a little bit. Not the case though.
Well, no, I'm just talking about like there's still $6,800 on Raven. She could have thrown a few more rifles out.
Yeah, for sure. Throwing a few 2 or 3 negatives.
Yeah. Once again, FlyQuest Red treating this round with a lot of respect, a lot of keeping things slow and steady. Real damage as we crest past a minute. So definitely keeping this one slow enough that they have themselves some options. Sticks opens things up with 1. Quick trade out of B Beyond might leave this B site under pressure. Raven, again, 1 for 1, not going to be enough to hold the site. So, Fox Ridge and Serendipity, the last 3 players. And we're going to have a nice full 3 versus 3 retake. B Beyond, though, really cracking open this site for FlyQuest Red.
In fact, she's the one who got that kill into Raven, trying to deny the round. However, she's out first.
Oh my gosh!
It's the B site, and the defense holds. Marie picking up quite a few kills. Means 7-5 half. We have a new unique half ending.
We sure do. Nice to see. Not an 8-4, not a 10-2. As close as can be.
Crazy.
I do feel like that's dangerous, though. Like, I'm gonna kind of lean back towards Shimmer. We were doubting them at the beginning of this, but I feel like now that they've kind of managed to slip into a groove, Shimmer have really started to work well. They've had their warm-up game, their Mirage didn't go too well, but now that now that the night's worn on, they've gotten into demon hours and they're really picking up speed, and that can be dangerous for FlyQuest Red. Smoke gonna go down to block off. Oh, Cat and CT. Shimmer definitely activating on the A-bomb site. FlyQuest Red, 4 called in. Vanessa still quite far away. It's going to be just a battle as the pistols open up. Serendipity, first one dropped. The Glocks might just have this one. Bomb goes down as the FlyQuest Red players start to find their way in. Good kill for Emmy. Will it be enough to bring them back into this round? Raven on low HP, but still, these pistols, they're definitely working out on the side of Shimmer. Sticks and Empathy drop 2, and it's just Vanessa left standing in a 1 versus 4. Most of the Shimmer side have been severely wounded, so there's still an opportunity to win this one, but there's just too many pistols pecking away, and it will be Ridge to collect.
And the gap continues to widen. Big round from Shimmer, sorry, to pick that up, and I mean that's kind of consistent with how every map so far has gone in terms of just you know, turn everything over here. Just pistols this round coming in for FlyQuest Red. Keeping it default, keeping it real, and Fox once more out with the scout. Lil's in hand as well to run over quickly.
Yeah, Shimmer a fast round on his anti-eco, and I mean, it feels like we're just watching bowling pins as the rifles for Shimmer all line up. 9 to 5, like a work day.
Work day. My work day is actually 7 to 4.
Oh, having a long work day.
Yep. Get an hour lunch, so you know, add in somewhere, but long days ahead, longer match. Maybe potentially a lot of juice left in this one. Not sure.
Well, if there were a time to turn this one around for FlyQuest, it now would be the one. Good start for Vanessa. Her FAMAS ringing out loud. She's got 2. BBon managing to collect the others. And that's a B-bomb site push completely shut down by FlyQuest Red. The Buddy Ace coming in. Sticks the last player standing. 1 versus 3. No armor, though. So, he will get shredded by the FAMAS as well. And it's a 6 to 9 scoreline. I'm not sure if that was a misspy or something wrong with the HUD, that there was actually no armor there. That feels like an, oh my gosh, that flick. What a flick by BB. All right. FlyQuest Red showing they've still got some life left on this one.
Yeah, I mean, keeping it close as you can, and on a third map, add that little extra bit of pressure that need to make it through.
Well, this one going to be just 4 up cat for Shimmer, with Empathy trying out long on her own. They've got a 3-player stack to deal with for FlyQuest Red. This one going to go. Couple alert smokes for Shimmer to make their way across the ocean, the gulf of cover that is cat. You cover them fairly well, but as soon as they walk on out, Marie and Goose Breeder just bowling them over. It's a full 5 kills, not a single one back for Shimmer.
Yeah, and that's a little concerning, maybe. I hope that everything kind of holds together, at least for another 4 rounds. Make that. So we'll see kind of what the buy comes through looking like on this one. Just default pistols this time. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy.
Well, BBon just taking it in turns with Vanessa to farm this one up. Just sticks left standing, but okay, look at what's happened to BBon's kills the past few rounds. She went from having barely anything to being top of the boards between the B site hold and just what's going on here. Just farming up.
Yeah, keep them busy. That's a big thing. So we'll see how this round goes now. As he's bought in on an AK for sure. The rest of her team kind of a mix between that and the Galil, and
again, we are back in the weapons for Shimmer. Feels like a bit of a low buy with the MAC-10, but Shimmer opening things up might be exactly the ticket to make their way back in. Shimmer already with a 2-for-1 trade out long. A little bit of a duel going on in tons as well, but Emmy looking for these players long, knows there's more to deal with, but they're just trading spaces, and it's serendipity to lock that one in. 4 versus 2. At this point, Shimmer have this site completely available. Vanessa still attacking back. FlyQuest Red looking for a few extra dollars at the end of this round. If they can't find a win, they'll at least take your weapons away. Looks like they're still interested in this, but they've got empathy behind them on Cat. Ooh, Beyond ready for it, though. 6, 1 versus 2, closes it out. And it is double digits for Shimmer. 10-8. That one looked very, very over. Much quicker than it should have been. This is some good money earned by FlyQuest on the CT side. They do manage to get those 2 kills. They knock a Shimmer down to 1 player. But not quite enough left in the tank. Full buy now for that CT side of FlyQuest Red to try and swing this one back. It's only 2 rounds, right? What could it cost? Sticks, though, to provide the answer. And the answer is Goose Breeder.
He's fighting ghosts. Look, they've already pulled away out from long. Utility is still there to try and keep her close by. You can see even she can use her own smoke. Get by. Emmy was keeping an eye on things, however, utility still coming through. And she's shifting her focus mainly more so over in towards, local missions.
I mean, this is something that you can kind of talk about for the last couple of rounds, right? Shimmer have been playing a lot of slow Counter-Strike, and now, as soon as they up the pace, FlyQuest Red aren't quite ready for them. Oh, Emmy getting knocked off of Cat. That's going to let the Shimmer squad surround FlyQuest on the A-bomb site. Marie, the next one to fall, and it's a 5 versus 2. I don't think there's going to be a retake on this one. Vanessa and Beyond forced away. Vanessa needs to get moving if she doesn't want to die to bomb. I like the idea of standing up on the box to look for maybe some exits, but not gonna happen.
Vanessa might be able to save this. Keeping an eye for it. Yeah, there you go. The angle's just a little too close. She wasn't perfectly set up for that, so Beyond last alive. Terrorists win. We'll be able to save this out. But Shimmer, they've gotten this far. 11 rocket. If FlyQuest wants to win this in regulation, they need to force into around 24 and win that as well. And it's a little bit of a climb to do that. Have to be 5 rounds in a row, and they're going to use their last tack timeout here just to try and find those puzzle pieces to get everything going together.
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing that you can talk about for FlyQuest Red is they've been really making good use of these pauses. They've been getting some good little spurts and starts after the timeouts, but it's just, it hasn't led to anything more than maybe 1 round or maybe just a couple of good kills. Regardless, again, FlyQuest Red, this is the juncture where you need to stop bleeding out rounds if you want to have a chance on Dust2. Speeder set up to watch long. Look at all the flashes hitting these CT players as the duel commences and goes to Shimmer. 2 for 1. Raven knocked down to 3 HP, though. It's Emmy sitting here with the AWP, waiting for the push on in. She knows her teammates have just fallen. Oh, the timing! It's about to peak. Spot the op. That is going to be forced away. They're good positions for FlyQuest Red to reposition 2. Managed to take over Cat while giving up long. While those numbers are going to be punched in, this 2 versus 3 retake. Now, Shimmer have full knowledge of where they're going to be coming from. There's not really an option to try and drop to CT. There's not really enough time to try and go somewhere else. It's just going to be done. Pop out for Emmy. She's searching, she's surging, but she can't find any targets. No one on Shimmer presenting themselves, and as soon as they do, the kills hit. Serendipity and Styx will close this one out, 12-8. Double voice?
Oh, that might be my headset too close to the mic. I'm leaning in. I'm getting into it. I'm ready for this to have a final crescendo. As MP9's FAMAS and M4 gets bought by FlyQuest, it is desperation mode now. One kit available across the board, and it's a bit of a boost here to try and give Foxy an available shot in towards mid. Nobody's gonna be spotted. Although last second BB on play, and they're aware of this. They're already moving towards lower mid. Nades start to come in. It's a full mid push here. Commitment. And the early kills come in. Goose Breeders found 2 for the trade. Are they going to be able to get away? Not necessarily. No. Dixon Fox closing everything down. Means it's just Marie and Vanessa left alive. 2v3. MP9s to hold back for a Shimmer win.
Yeah, this is looking like a Shimmer spectacle. They have won for themselves. 2 MP9s left for FlyQuest Red to try and shut the door. 4 rounds seems like a lot to ask for, but it all starts with this, right? Empathy on 14 HP. Vanessa charging in through the smoke. Wrapped up by Styx. Marie needs 2. MP9 at long range. She's blinking away, and it's Styx to close the door. Shimmer will win this one 13-8, just as they have in the past.